We are almost live on the YouTube side. Make sure it's counting down. Okay, everything's good. We good now. Okay, today we're going to be talking about value, assigned value, and why it is important to assign value even to the most small things that seem like it wouldn't really matter like that. You know what I'm saying? All the way down to them smallest points. That's what we're going to be looking at today. The small things that you might overlook, but it's things that you need to be assigning value to in order to fucking further your own self, basically. Right. So what I notice happening a lot of the time is what'll happen is, right, say for example, somebody offers to do you a favor or something, right? And say for example, whenever that person presents the appreciation or the gratitude for that favor, right? And they're like, oh man, like I fucking really needed this. You know what I mean? Like I really needed this. You've helped me out a lot, blah, 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 blah. Like I'll do this for you, I'll do that for you to repay the favor type of thing, right? But you got to be careful of being like the person who's like just wanting to be a giver. You know what I'm saying? And you get into this mode of like whenever you're just trying to give, you're not really looking to receive anything back for it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you're cheating yourself out of fucking shit that you could be having through these situations just based on you blocking your own gifts and opportunities in these situations. And I'm not talking about like creative gifts and shit like that. I'm just talking about things that you could be receiving from people that you're blocking yourself off to just based upon how you're reacting and responding to the situation. You get what I'm saying? So on this, I'll see like a lot of people, they'll people will come to them with such gratitude for the favor that they do for them. Like if you give somebody a ride to a place that they really needed, or like you have a truck and you help them move their shit, right? You're not really expecting anything in return. But at the end of the day, you're a fool if you're not willing to accept things for the goods and services that you provide for somebody. You know what I'm saying? And this can go from these small things that I've already mentioned based upon little favors and shit like that, all the way up into whenever you do get into your creative attributes and shit like that, and you're trying to sell shit or create a business. You get what I'm saying? So basically what I see a lot of is people will be so grateful for these situations based upon how you have decided to do something for them that you did not have to do at the end of the day. You get what I'm saying? That's why a lot of times people will be grateful for these things, because you did not have to do shit for them at the end of the day, but instead you chose to go out of your way and do something for them as far as a favor. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of time, you know what I mean? If you're in a space of just purely being a giver, you're not worried about receiving nothing back. So you're going to downplay this shit and make it seem like it's really not that big of a deal, because at the end of the day, to you, it's not that big of a deal. So you have to be consciously aware of this though, because what you're doing is you're setting up the mental framework to view that shit in a certain way, right? And especially if you're around a person who doesn't really have a very strong mind of their own and doesn't have their own worldview and things like that and their own perspective on shit, they're not going to understand this, right? So what's going to happen is by them coming to you with such great levels of gratitude and ready to express that and ready to give back to you, right? And you're like, oh man, it ain't no big deal. You know, it is what it is. You're my homeboy. You're my fucking you're my friend, you're my sister, you're whoever to me. I fuck with your content, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? You come up with all these excuses to be like, it's not that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing what I do type shit. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? So subconsciously you're setting up the guidelines to kind of make them to view that favor or that aspect, whatever good or service or whatever creative attribute you're presenting to them at the time. You are kind of setting up the building blocks to make them view that like it's not that big of a deal. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, they might have even offered to give you something, pay you something for your good or service based upon what you did for them. You know what I'm saying? That they might have been ready to give you whatever for it type shit. But now you have set them up in the mind frame and the viewpoint of realizing that it actually isn't that big of a deal. You get what I'm saying? When at the end of the day, it is a big of a deal, because you don't have to do shit for nobody. You know what I'm saying? you don't have to help out nobody. You know what I'm saying? So that's on your good graces and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it actually is that big of a deal, but you downplaying it, making it seem like it's not that big of a deal is what make them realize and also view it as it not being that big of a deal. So that means, oh, this person don't even need the money from this situation. Oh, this person doesn't even need me to come and help them with this or that because they got it handled because, you know what I'm saying? Because they didn't, you know, the fucking favor wasn't even that big of a deal anyway. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even that big of a deal anyway. So what's the point? Why do I need to, you know what I mean? Why do I need to go out my way and give back or do these other things for this person? So you'll have a motherfucker viewing shit like that just based upon how you, because at the end of the day, this shit all comes back to your own self-worth and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? So if you don't view your shit as having any value, or you don't view your shit of holding any type of weight towards a person, you get what I'm saying, then it's not going to. And on top of that, on top of that, when you viewing things like that, it like I said, it could be due to your own negative self view, and shadow work and shit that you just haven't accomplished yet, and you don't view your fucking goods and services of actually having value, and that's how your shit can get destroyed. Either that, or you're just truly in the space of being a giver, and you downplay it because you're just trying to give and give and give and give. You know what I'm saying? And you're expecting to receive back in due time on like a karmic standpoint, which, you know what I mean, if you're doing your shit right, you will at the end of the day. Like, that shit don't just disappear. That energy is still there for you, and it's gonna come back to you type shit. But at the end of the day, it's, you know what I mean, I personally think that it's more beneficial for you to just accept what's coming in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Because you have the opportunity to receive in that moment, but instead you choosing to like misdirect it and misguide it and put it in other areas where it shouldn't be at, and actually make your good graces, the shit that you've done and shit, you put a position where somebody else receive the benefit from the situation just based on you fucking having that negative self view and not putting any worth into your shit. You get what I'm saying? So this shit can happen with all types of shit. Like I said, it can happen with just those little small favors that you be doing for people that you don't want to attach any value to, just because you're trying to be a giver and you're trying to be a good person. It can happen with your creative endeavors. You know what I'm saying? Like, say for example, somebody hits you up to build like an album cover for them on some artwork type shit, or make a t-shirt for them or something, based upon like a specific, you know what I'm saying, like a one of one specific type of shit. You get what I'm saying? So they directly come to you for this shit, right? So what's going to happen if you don't set value on it before the project is even fucking set in stone? You get what I'm saying? If you don't like make an understanding of like, I'm trying to receive payment for this, or fucking this is how much payment I'm trying to receive based on this, or you know what I'm saying, shit like that. If you don't have that shit set up before you get into the actual fucking things of it, and you just make it seem like, oh yeah, man, you know what I'm saying, I'll do that for you, whatever, it's not that big of a deal, blah blah blah, you not assigning value to your shit. And this also has to do with a lot of lack of faith in self, and a lot of lack of faith within your own shit. So that this also kind of lets you know where people are at based on certain things. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have any value assigned to the shit that you're into, and the shit that you actually have placed value on within yourself, the shit that you have actually placed value on, appreciation towards, fucking care about, you know what I'm saying, these things that you are into, that you truly want to be a part of, the things that move you, and fucking things like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm smoking crack on camera. No, I'm just kidding. Dabs, baby, dabs. This bitch is being slow. But yeah, on God, you just gotta assign value to what you fucking, to what you into. We'll get to the end of the point that I was trying to make as soon as this bitch heat up. Uh, So yeah, to continue what I was saying, fucking yeah, if you're not gonna place value on these things, you're gonna fuck around and you're gonna have someone else place value on it, right? So by the end when it's all said and done, you like if you don't construct like a price range based on what you want to receive out of the situation or what you want to receive from the goods and services that you are providing or the creative attributes that you are expressing outwardly into the world, if you don't set up a value system based on this from an internal from an internal perspective all the way outwardly. You get what I'm saying? If you don't set it up, someone's gonna decide that for you. So it'll come to a situation where like if you don't set up like a price point or like let it be known that you're trying to receive something for what you're doing for somebody. You get what I'm saying? They're gonna determine that themselves. So at the end of the day, you're gonna be unhappy with what you receive, or it's gonna be a situation where you don't receive nothing at all. And somebody's like, oh man, like I thought you was just trying to do that for me for the free ski type shit. Like I thought you was just trying to help me out. Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? And that's just based on you uh subconsciously, consciously making it seem like it's not a big deal. Okay. And here's what we need to understand with this. You get what I'm saying? Fucking your shit does have value. but I can't fucking go inside of each and every one of you and fix your fucking internal world so that you take precedence on certain things. You get what I'm saying? This is what you need to understand. Your shit does have value. It's a unique creative expression, one of one. That unique creative expression cannot be copied. It cannot be fucking reinterpreted pretty much for the most part. You get what I'm saying? Like it cannot be taken away from you. It can't be anything. It's a one of one. So it automatically by default has value. But if you are not a strong enough spirit to actually attach value to the things that you're into and the things that you care about, this is where that shit's gonna come back into play, and you're just gonna have people fucking misusing it. You know what I'm saying? And like that's the thing, because we all need to be used sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But it's about having the wisdom to put yourself in a position to be understood. To be understood, and not only that, it's about having the wisdom to put yourself in a situation where you're not going to be misused. You get what I'm saying? So even if you're in a situation where fucking for example, like you are in a group of people who are like-minded, right? And you're in a group of people who have similar or are into the same things that you are with their creative expression and the shit that they do outwardly, right? And if you genuinely fuck with this group, you might be willing to do things within this group um that are for the free, or you know what I'm saying, or for fucking, you know what I'm saying, just for the well-being of the group type shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is where it changes differently, because and this is about having the wisdom of how to interact in certain environments. You get what I'm saying? Because if it's a situation where it's all like-minded people who are into the same shit as you are, and these are good people beyond just fucking being into the same shit that you're into, you know what I'm saying? Like these are good people, you know, in tap with their evil tendencies and all that shit. Because you know what I'm saying, a person who is just outwardly all the time good, you know that they're fucked up internally. But that's besides the point. You know what I'm saying? But it's just having wisdom of realizing what areas you can go into where your energy, your creative expression, your attributes, your character is not going to be misused. That's the most important thing. Is it not being misused? Because sometimes some of us need to be used. Sometimes, you get what I'm saying. Let me grab some Nick. Right back on my bed, flat back on my bed. But yeah, some of us need to be used sometimes, and half the world is too retarded to realize. And you know what I'm saying. And a lot of people a lot of people either be in a position where they constantly trying to use other people because they don't want to be used and they don't know how to be used and they're afraid of it, or fucking it be a situation where a person do nothing but get used, but it's always like some type of fucking traumatic, toxic ass environment, some type of dumbass shit that you ain't even got to experience. You get what I'm saying? And that's where the like I said, that's where the wisdom tip of it come in. Just knowing what type of environment you in, knowing who you around. You know what I'm saying? Observing fucking characters and fucking all types of shit, man. There's a lot of shit that goes into this shit. But just yeah, you just kind of know where you at, know where you came from, understand where you going, and there's really nobody that can fuck with you. Unless you're in a situation where you're like a fucking theatric person or some shit, because I've been there myself, where you kind of know what the right decision is but you make the wrong decision on purpose just to experience something or just to learn type of shit, or you know what I mean, things like that. Just for the experience to see how it play out, because sometimes it might be you know what I'm saying, all like especially people like me and in my soul group, like motherfuckers like us, we're like fucking billions of years old, you know what I'm saying? So we've been there and done that type shit. But there might be certain situations that we forgot where it lead to. You get what I'm saying? Or it might be certain situations where fucking it feel like a new experience, and it might be like a variation of some energies that we've already been through and experienced before. But we kind of know that, but at the same time, we kind of know that we kind of need to do the wrong thing at the moment, or kind of do something that kind of uh might could possibly have a negative outcome, but it's a chance that it have, you know what I'm saying, that have a positive outcome just based on, you know what I'm saying, wanting to go through the experience and see and put them like pieces together and extract what you can extract from the situation type shit. And all this shit is up to individual interpretation, you know what I'm saying, but it's just all about finding that wisdom and finding that equilibrium and balanced state within yourself, so you're knowing how far to go with certain individuals in certain situations, and also how far to go with your value, because you know what I'm saying, you even have people over here who are like in huge fucking ego type of situations where they might overvalue their shit when it's not even ready to really be put in that type of realm of being valued like that. You get what I'm saying? So you got to be careful of that too. You might be a person who's in a severe ego, you know what I'm saying? And your shit just suck, you know what I mean? Or you just haven't put in enough time on that shit and it don't really actually have no value like that. Like that externally, because your internal value is really what's gonna sell it. You get what I'm saying? So with you being on an ego bias of it, it's gonna be more of like a fucking cocky type of shit, or like, oh, like I deserve my shit to be bought or paid for, or like, you know what I'm saying, some shit like that, like I'm better than you type shit. So you got to be careful of that too, man. It's just all about having fucking wisdom at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Because those situations where you in like an ego bias, you'll think that your shit be worth fucking this and that and this and that, and then at the end of the day be wondering why don't nobody ever fucking wanna come in and watch your video, or don't nobody ever wanna fucking come in and order your fucking artwork that you've been doing, or don't nobody want to come in and order your t-shirts that you've been doing, and it just shit should just keep happening. You know what I'm saying? You haven't worked on it long enough, either that or your self-worth is false. It's in a false light, and you don't have like true self-value. It's attached to things like how you appear to the outside world, what you have, what you physically can obtain at the moment, and you know what I'm saying, what type of clothes you have, or fucking do you got the fresh Nike shoes, or fucking, you know what I'm saying, like things like that. So depending upon how you individually have set up your own self-worth is going to show a lot about your own shit. You get what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody else gonna respect that shit. Because people are gonna fucking. I mean, people are retarded as fuck, but at the end of the day, they not stupid like that. Like that. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna get the vibe like you are fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like that you are like a holier than thou type of character. And I get it, because humans are fucking retarded, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, we are at the understanding that you know, we are where we are. We ain't about to be humble in this bitch. Don't get it fucked up, but you know what I'm saying? It's not like a situation where we sitting here trying to have our fucking foot on people's neck and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? It's not that type of party. We not trying to stand here with our foot on people's neck all this lifetime and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we can beat karma too, just like the shadow government be doing. We can beat karma too easily. Like I've done it. I know there's other people out there who have done it. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we're at the understanding that at least I am. If you put your foot on someone's neck, you probably deserve to get a foot put on your neck sometime in the future. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really gonna shake up like that. And we not really fucking with that. We not trying to abuse people at this point and misuse people. Um, so everything that we doing is going to be for the betterment of ourselves, the betterment for the environment around us, the betterment of humanity, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And this is partially out of my South Node Aquarius fucking humanitarian type of feelings. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm gonna balance that with my fucking Leo North Node and do what I need to do as far as being a leader and shit like that. But I'm here to fucking help out humanity as well. I mean, that's partially what these videos are for. The main reason that I upload on this channel is to create like a fucking video log documentary for me to go back like 10, 15, 20 years from now and go and see the fucking beginning of everything. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, I do like to help people, and I would like to help people. But I don't necessarily cater content towards fucking towards boosting someone's ego or fucking towards constantly trying to pacify people and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I literally I come up with these ideas on the spot at fucking work. It's some shit that help further develop my understanding, and it's also an expression of the base level understanding of it, because that's where my channel is right now. My channel is like on the fucking base level of fucking the shit that I've expressed as far as fucking everything. You get what I'm saying? Because my channel's only been out for like a year and a half, 2 years now, maybe a little bit longer. But I've got like 100 and some videos, 120 something videos. You know what I mean? So basically, with my attack and approach to this shit is just the foundating levels of this. So what when I have the understanding that that's where my page is at, that's where my journey is at. So that's the shit that I'm like expressing right now. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to jump ahead in levels. So what I'm trying to do, because I know what I fucking understand, and I know what I know from an internal perspective, and but sometimes it just be a little bit hard to express it sometimes, because a lot of times you don't really have the words for it. It's more just like a frequency, a vibration, and an understanding whenever you get into realms like that. So whenever I hop on here, this is just for like the fucking beginner adeptus and shit like that. Like this channel is going to get way fucking deeper over time, and it's going to have much more in-depth shit. And I'm even going to do continued versions of these videos that I've been doing here recently to dive into them deeper individually. You get what I'm saying? But for now, based on where my channel is at and shit like that, I'm just expressing the base level shit right now. Because like I want that to kind of be how my channel is modeled. You get what I'm saying? Like from the beginning, it'll just be like baseline shit, fucking and all it does have to do with esoteric understanding and shit like that and spiritual means, but more beginner friendly type of shit to get an understanding, because I know like certain people, you can't like feed them too much at one time, because it like you can make a person go crazy like that, or you know what I'm saying, like it's not very good if you try to like overfeed somebody on shit like this. You know what I'm saying? So that's why people got to be careful. Don't like be watching too much of this content back to back if you start to feel like it's weighing on you or something. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit get deep as fuck. And but it's very easy. You know what I mean? A lot of people on the internet will have you trying to think that this shit is like complicated or is scary or is fucking, and it do get scary sometimes, but fucking that's only when you like out in the world on some shit. You get what I'm saying? That's the only time it really like gets scary. But yeah, like this shit is not fucking scary like that, like how they trying to say it is and shit, and trying to pervert people's mind on shit like this. So that's why I take the base level understandings for now, and just all this shit that I be realizing through shifts, correlating astrology to my day to day experience, and what I be noticing from people, how people move, how certain things play out, and I'm just giving y'all a base level understanding of that. And like I said, we gonna go into it deeper as time goes on. But it's fucking Schwetzy off the dome, bro, and we just in this bitch ripping it up. I ain't never seen nobody fuck with me like that. Oh God, oh God, oh God. We've got fucking some people out here doing some great things though, as always. Let's go ahead and give a fucking rundown to some shout outs real quick. We got fucking Zay Quarter. Man's hooked up a fucking fire ass feat that's gonna be coming out soon. Possibly a music video. I haven't talked to him on that tip. I don't even know if this person can get to Virginia or not. Fucking I don't be leaving Virginia very much because I just got out of jail. Like I'm fucking still on probation for a little while and shit. So you know what I'm saying? I can't really leave Virginia very much. Fucking I can go on little vacations and shit like that, but I'm supposed to stay within the state of VA. You know what I mean? So supposed to let's fucking not talk about that though. But anyways, fucking so yeah, we've got fucking Zay Quarter, aka Ton of Vision on YouTube. If y'all haven't fucking went and sub to his channel, go check out his channel. He be dropping a lot of dope ass shit. Jackie New, shout out to her for the cell salts. I've been taking them bitches the past few days. She be cooking up in the laboratory as well. Talking about the astrology assigned to each fucking cell salt and shit like that. Hit her up if you want to buy some of that shit. She's on YouTube, she's on Instagram. Dolo, of course, the fucking the goddamn main figurehead for the most part. Cito, fucking Uno. We got a lot of people, man. So y'all check out all these good channels. And to really get on some astrology type shit, especially as far as fucking day-to-day understandings of practices and shit like that, different magic that you can be doing for yourself. And I know the fucking baggage that's attached to these words whenever you say magic or witchcraft and shit like that. It's not what you think it is. It's the shit that we all already doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? We all already doing this shit. And like Dolo say, once you know what you're doing, you become a cold motherfucker. And that's exactly what it is. Once you realize that this is the shit that we all already doing at the end of the day. This is the shit that we all be doing at the end of the day. So yeah, tune into the astrology channel. Hit up Solar Systems on fucking YouTube and IG. He's got hella astrology content. Same with Dave B. Same with Cito. Same with Uno. Same with Mooney Mercury baby. Same with Zay. Everybody got shit going on. So y'all just you know what I mean. If you need some fucking tips and tricks, it's out there. I just don't be doing much astrology content on this channel. Obviously, a lot of the shit that I talk about is correlated to astrology, but most of the time I don't talk about very much astrology or get into doing like daily breakdowns and shit like that. I think it's a possibility at some point, but for the most part, I'm just trying to stay within the wisdom and knowledge means on this channel, because like that's the shit that's most enjoyable to me. That's the shit that like when I think about certain things, you know what I'm saying, or I get like a internal epiphany of some sorts, or just like crack the code on some shit, or like just like truly understand some shit, you know what I'm saying? Or like realize what's happening in a situation or with a person or some shit like that. That's the shit that makes me happier more than just about anything other than making like a fucking banger ass song and hearing that shit back for the first time. You know what I'm saying? There's very few things that I actually care about in this world. And this is one of them as far as the wisdom and knowledge piece of the shit that I be doing based upon my own understandings and shit like that. So I fucking love it, man. And this is one of those things that'll never stop. The music will never stop. This shit will never stop. I drop. I knew I dropped a piece of that shit. I felt it. Ow, that's painful. Okay. Okay. So yeah, basically the gist of this video is assign value to your own shit. Have true value within yourself and these things that you are saying that you care about and these things that you are saying that you fucking mean something to you. You get what I'm saying? That's the gist of the situation. Have true value within yourself based upon what you say that you care about, what you say that you value, because people are going to be able to realize it. People are going to be able to feel that shit, whether you're bullshitting. Whether you're bullshitting or you're keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying? And only the real is what's going to live in this world now. You get what I'm saying? The fake shit can't survive around real individuals no more. At all. There's no room for it at all. So yeah, assign that value yourself or somebody else is going to assign that shit for you. So we about 32 minutes in. I'm going to fucking hop off here and make a new live on IG. So if y'all want to come to my IG live, look me up on Instagram at Schwetzel, same exact username I'm using here. I'm finna go live. Y'all come follow me on there. We're gonna do some studio time recording sesh shit. I would do it on here, but my computer's been acting up lately, so I'm not really feeling too confident about fucking sharing my screen at the moment. But anyways, yeah. That's why assigning value is important. Goddamn, can't even speak. That's why assigning value is important. Peace.